Oh, there's two cards that fall out. Oh, surrender your desire to control people. I know there will be times in your life when things are not going your way and you really just want them to change. Well, unfortunately, we know we can't, but isn't it funny? We still try. So, Mel Robbins has a book out called Let Them. The second sentence is good. Let them, whatever that is, because you can't control them. And then you go and live your life. You go and do what you need to do. And the next one, which I think is really appropriate that comes along with that, is to surrender your fear. Hi, Sylvia. So, surrendering your fear of being alone, fear of not being liked, fear that you're not going to do it right. What the heck, just go and do it. Talking to a young friend today, and I can remember when Rob was still alive and we had the kids, and we get down to our last $100, and then we'd be panicking. Hi, Debbie. One day I said to him, I wonder if we should make that our last $500 and then start panicking. So that's what we did. We changed our bottom line. So when there's fear, I feel put as much in place as you can. And so you've got a little something behind you, and then go for it. Now you may notice I've got a completely different background. I'm actually in the heart of Sydney, not far from the Harbour Bridge, beautiful place. And I'm doing a training weekend, a healing training. I just want to see what it's all about, to see if I can bring you guys even more value. And so I'm staying the night and then 2 full days of training, and let's see what comes out of that. So I'm in a friend's home, and she has very kindly, going to put me up for, um, the weekend. So in a very nice spot. Okay, now I was panicking. I couldn't find these cards, but here they are. So, Sylvia and Debbie, I am going to pull a card for you. And Jen. Right. So, Sylvia, let's see what card comes out for you tonight. Miracle healing. So, something going on there with you, Sylvia. But sometimes I feel that the healing can be with relationships, not just with our own health, but I'll let you make out the priority, whichever one that is. But I feel as though angels are coming through, sending you lots of love, lots of care, and lots of compassion. Lots of compassion. So I hope you can relate to that. Okay, so Debbie, let's see what card we. Oh, okay, Debbie, what's this one? Quiet time. So, someone said to me the other day, Bob, I know you want to make this choice. What I suggest you do, switch everything off, go quiet for 3 days. So after 30 minutes, I was a bit bored. And I thought, okay, I'll do it again. But the very next day, because my intention was to get a message, to get some sort of sign, it came through loud and clear. I was in the right place at the right time. Something was done and said, and I went, wow, that's my answer. So with this one here, a little bit of quiet time, Deb, not asking a question, just seeing what you're feeling, what's your body feeling. Because I feel as though you're looking for an answer here. I think there's a lovely um message that wants to come through. And yes, Sylvia, very lovely of her. I actually stayed here when my son got married, and she was a gem. She ran me to the church, she ran me to the wedding, she rang me to the recovery day, which was held at the pub, of course, you know what kids are like. Uh, if it was any quieter, you'd be dead. Well, in that case, maybe do the opposite, hon. Maybe you need to kick your heels up, sing and dance. Okay, but I think what it is, it's you time. It's making sure that you're getting you time. Right. So, Jen, what have we got here? Financial flow. Things are moving financially here for you. So, if any of you girls can relate to the cards that have been pulled for you tonight, by all means, make a comment. But this is where things are moving. Things are on the go here. All right. So, they're pretty good cards. Now, I feel there's a couple of ladies that are watching, and I'm going to pull two cards. So not everybody comments, but I do feel there are two watching here. And let's just see what card we get for them. Self-reliance. I feel that this one here is someone who's fed up. They're fed up asking, um, fed up waiting for perhaps a partner or someone to come and do something for them. And so this one here, it's more or less saying you may need to organize someone to do it for you, or you might have to do it yourself. But I really do think this one is like, don't wait anymore. Go and do whatever this is, it needs to be done. Okay, let me see what Debbie says. I've had a very stressful 6 months or so, and it's finally coming together for me now. Plus, my man is coming in about a week's time. Whoa, okay, awesome. So that will give you some answers, Deb. So, and for the other lady that I feel is watching but maybe not typing, is feeling safe. So maybe you have decided that this is a priority for you. Again, I tend to feel that flows into lots of areas. It's not just, say, relationship, it might be work, it might be finances, it might even be health. The question would be, are there a few more things that you need to do to make yourself feel safe in all the areas? Okay, so they're pretty good cards. I have the tea leaves here. I even packed up my little cup and saucer. Would you believe I am balanced on about 5 cushions? The chairs here are beautiful, but they're very, very low. So I've got all these cushions. So if I sneeze, I'll probably fall on the floor. Anyway, here's the cup and saucer. So let's see what have we got going in the tea leaves here. Ooh, this is looking good. All right. What have we? Ooh, big clump at the top. Okay, so here we go. We've got all these tea leaves here. So let's see what it says. Right at the beginning here, it has an elephant with the trunk up. This is always good news. And it's almost like it's trying to get hold of opportunities. And I feel as though in the next month, for a lot of us here, because we're innovative, we know the frequencies, we know the vibes, we've got an idea of what's going on. I feel as there are opportunities coming now that we need to grab hold of. So that might be joining a group and getting out more. It might be moving. It might be a love interest. But it's like, don't wait. If there's a little bit of a hint, would you like to come? The answer is yes. See how you go. Hi, June. Lovely to have you here. Okay, so this is about opportunity. It's coming thick and strong over the next 6 weeks. I believe it's starting right now. So look out for that. Tend to say yes and then work it out. Don't tire yourself out. If you have to have a power nap before you go out, do it. No one else has to know. But there are opportunities really coming for most of us here. Okay. Um, as I move further around, I feel as though um, the word I am getting is some kind of break away from the norm. I feel as though spiritual people, spiritual type of people, people who are heart-centered, there's going to be quite a big gap. It's as though we're going to accelerate into that area of kindness and consideration and compassion. I really, really do want to add boundaries. I was taught to always look for the good, and I always do. But there are some times when I may have to love from a distance. because being too involved can cause me more grief, and it really doesn't help the other person. So I want you to be careful about this overgiving, oversharing, overloving. Some people will tell you, you can't overlove. I actually think you can, because if that person doesn't really want it, or they don't even know what to do with it, love them, give them space. Love them, give them space, let them digest this, because I just feel that all these groups around the world that are now kicking up their heels, they want more compassion, they want more humanity. We're going to get stronger, but we need to be strong in ourselves, because if there are 10, let's say women, let's say there's 10 women that feel really strong in themselves. Imagine what that's like when those 10 women get together. We're not holding each other up. We're side by side. I've heard that in a few places and that's, yeah, absolutely. So we are, this little channel that I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we are getting stronger. We're beginning to have more compassion for ourselves, beginning to love ourselves more. Um, decide what we want, because that's the gift of you. If you are doing what your passion and what you love, it gives people permission around you to do the things that they love. And if everybody is, doing what they love, helping each other, gosh, how good is that? And that community then becomes strong. We're harder to break apart. Okay, so I'm coming around here, and this looks like the symbol for a bank. And this bank seems to be highlighting. I know, Jen, this could certainly be in your life, but this is something to do with money. And there's a bank, maybe it's new, or maybe one is standing tall above the other, and it seems to be around June. And so this would be, the end of the financial year. And people are talking about this bank having been so helpful. It's going to be quite outstanding. It is not a symbol that I recognize, so I don't feel it is a major bank, but it is going to be known for being helpful, or maybe it's got more staff. Remember that thing that we used to have? Staff that you could actually talk to. So let's look out for that. I find that very interesting. Okay. Now, there's a little bit of tea in this cup, and normally that means tears. And I do feel as though there's frustrations coming over the next few weeks as the world goes into, hyperactivity, and whatever happens overseas will obviously have an effect here. And I feel as though there could be some frustrations that something maybe we take for granted is now not going to be available. So if there's something that's really important to you and you're relying on someone else, just make a decision. How could I do this differently if I had to rely on myself to do this? Now, this has just come into my mind. I have no idea what this means, but let's say you can't mow your lawn, but you love baked dinners. Maybe there's somebody local, a gentleman who is so sick of takeaway meals, he'd love to mow your lawn for a plate of baked dinner. I'm not saying he has to sit in your place to have it, but maybe you could make up a couple of meals. He can mow the lawn. So there's ways of getting jobs done besides money. And this is really important when we have a community, because somebody would know who could help you. This bank resonates with me, but hopefully it's sooner than June. Okay, there we go. Now I've got this symbol here, and it's interesting. We had the squirrel. I think we had the squirrel on Wednesday. Well, we've got it again, only this time it's standing up. It's got a beautiful tail, a lovely tail. And it's like these are in the next few months. So I feel that this would be after winter. I mean, we're only in autumn now, but it's after winter. And it's like if you've managed to squirrel away Now, maybe that's resources. It may not just be money. It may be you've got some extra water, or you've got some extra can of lentils, or maybe you're doing preserves, or maybe you're even growing some veggies. I've got a feeling that this is going to be important towards sort of, as we go. So we're going into autumn and then there's winter. It's a little bit like, what is it? What was the expression we used to have? I'm trying to think. Probably the closest would be put some money away for a rainy day, put something away for a rainy day. And I've just got a feeling that that's going to be something that we will need to do over the next few months. It could be there's a shortage of something. And we've been through this before, and I feel as though it's going to happen again. Maybe not on such a drastic um, scale, but maybe when you can buy one thing, if you can afford to buy two, and maybe it's a tin or it's a package of some sort. Um, no panic. I just feel that it's not such a bad idea. Okay, so that is the tea leaves. I would like you now to relax and be supported by, your chair, your lounge, your bed, whatever it is that you're most comfortable at the moment. And please just close your eyes and take a breath. Become aware of the rise and fall of your chest. Become aware of your body being supported. And just imagine the white light coming through the top of your head, down the back of the neck, down the nape of the neck, across the shoulders, just letting them relax and let go. These few minutes are just for you. There's nothing you need to do. And let that relaxation come down the left arm, left elbow into the left wrist and the hand, fingers, and then down the right arm, down the elbow, right down to the wrist, the hands and fingers. Letting that relaxation go down the spine, right down into the hips, pelvic area, your bottom, behind your legs, into the calves, down to the heels of the feet, underneath the feet, and imagine that you are being grounded. And then we come back to the front, letting the forehead relax, the eyeballs relax in the sockets, and the jaw just drop a little so that the tongue can relax. Coming around the throat area. And now putting your hand onto your chest where your heart is. And say to yourself, I am here. I am here. And imagine giving your heart a little pair of lungs, all of their own. And the heart says, oh, it's so wonderful to breathe. It's wonderful to relax. And keep breathing and relaxing. And let that relaxation go into all your major organs. Going down the legs and again into the earth. I'd like you to have a sense now of you floating down deep inside yourself until you come across your sanctuary door. And just by your presence, by your frequency, your vibration, the door opens and you step into this beautiful space. The door closes behind you. Has everything that you need in there. And if you sense you need something else, you just think about it and it will appear. And in front of you all, there is your healing bed. And I'd love you to lie down on that, sinking into it and with a feeling of belonging, because it's true. You do belong. This is your place away from the hustle and bustle of life. And you can access this at any time. And the pink mist appears, the healing, beautiful, gentle, loving, nurturing, nourishing pink mist enters your body, above you, below you, beside you, right near you. And it is scanning for any cells that are no longer working, and they're scooped up, and a beautiful, gorgeous young cell full of life is put in its place. And it enlivens and encourages all the other cells around it. Any cells that are tired, not functioning properly, stop functioning. The pink mist will scoop up and replace with a lively, brand new cell for you. And as this pink mist works its way, scanning, replacing, reigniting, renewing, repairing, releasing, there's this sense of energy building in your body. Not a hyper energy, but a loving energy, a compassionate energy, belonging to your essence, belonging to who you truly are. And as the pink mist moves further and further down your body, there's a deep sense of peace. And in this peaceful state, I would like you to see this pink mist begin to go beyond your sanctuary, beyond the room that you are in. You are still safe in your sanctuary, but because of you, because of the essence of who you are, the love that you are, this pink mist is going beyond your suburb, beyond your state. And it's touching all those around you, people you know, people you don't know, the animals. There's this feeling of love, compassion, and wishing everybody well. Just wishing them well. Everyone outside your sanctuary is doing the very best that they can with what they have, who they are, and who they've become. And now come back to your sanctuary and see that mist sealing up your aura, keeping all the beautiful energy inside of you. Everything else can just slip away. And take a deep breath and see yourself standing up beside your healing bed and making your way towards the door, which opens automatically just by your vibration as you get closer to it. You step through and it closes firmly behind you. And you are welcome any time to go back to this sanctuary. It is yours. You begin to float back up into the room where you started, feeling relaxed, energized, centered, healthier, happier, clearer. A couple of deep breaths. Welcome back to the room. I hope you got some value from that. It's wonderful to have you all here. It means the world to me that you come and share time with me. And I wish you all an amazing weekend. Thank you, Jen. And I will see you Monday at 7 o'clock. So have a wonderful weekend. Take care, lots of love, and look after yourselves. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Love and light to everyone, says Sylvia. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks, June. Bye, Debbie.